specialize in helping service-based business owners and coaches leverage their time whilst drastically increasing their income through high-end selling so that they can live limitlessly. And today I want to talk to you about the 3 top reasons why you're probably not making sales. And this is applicable whether you're selling low-end, high-end, or anything in between. These are the 3 most common reasons why people don't make sales. These are the things that throughout all the years that I've been doing this, I come across most frequently. And actually, they're 3 really easy fixes, which is the good news, right? Because when most people are not making sales, they usually fly off into the sort of different areas where they think that they need to completely change their strategy. They go and they get whole new systems in place. Maybe they make new freebies and they've got all these new funnels and things going on. But actually, the reason you might not be making sales could be much simpler than that. So, reason 1. The first reason why most people are not making sales is because, wait for it, they're not selling what people actually want. So this is the thing, right? When we talk about selling the want, you have to be selling the want in a way that your ideal clients actually get it. The mistake that most people make, particularly service-based business owners and coaches, is they sell the service, they sell the coaching, they sell that you can work with me for 90 days, they sell that you can come and get my service for 20 hours a week. But the thing is, that's not really what people are buying. And particularly in the online world, you're not going to stand out with that either. What's actually going to happen is you blend into all the noise that's in the background. People scroll past, people sit and they go, well, I don't really want 20 hours. They think, do I really need to spend 90 days with that coach? What am I actually going to get? And what you need to do is you need to take what it is that you do and you need to position it in a way that speaks directly to the want your ideal client has. Let's say that your ideal client wants to lose 50 pounds in 60 days. That's the exact want that you sell. You don't sell a 90-day package, just access to your coaching or just access to your training. You sell a package that specifically helps them lose 50 pounds in 60 days. And that's the same principle no matter what service you provide, no matter what coaching you actually do. You always want to make sure that you're selling the want. You always want to make sure that it's positioned directly towards the want your ideal clients have. It's not selling the service or the coaching. It's selling what the service or the coaching is going to enable that person to do, change, achieve, or get. Number 2, they can't clearly see the value. So as well as positioning being an issue, being able to demonstrate the value also becomes an issue for service-based business owners and coaches. Usually because what happens is they throw everything in the kitchen sink into the package, and when they're actually selling it, they sell everything, so they throw everything in the kitchen sink into that as well. What happens is that your ideal client can't actually see the value in what you're offering. Therefore, when they're trying to make a decision about whether they want this, whether they need this or not, they're so confused because there's loads of other stuff in there that's taking their focus away from the true value. You don't need to tell them every single little thing that they're going to get as part of the package. They likely don't actually care how much time they're going to get from you during the week. What they want to know is this package, is this service, is this coaching going to help me get what it is that I want to do, achieve, change, or get? That is where you need to focus. So when you're selling there, you really want to focus on the result. You really want to focus on the want. You want to focus on the thing that they are actually looking for. The rest of it can kind of be left to the side. It's all technicality stuff which isn't going to actually sell the package for you. The package is going to be sold when your ideal clients can specifically see the value. Now, with that being said, you also want to make sure that you're not throwing everything in the kitchen sink into your packages and completely devaluing the whole thing. Look, I once threw in a helicopter weekend and a champagne dinner because I was selling a high-end package and I thought that I had to make it expensive for someone to see the value in it. Actually, what that did was it diluted the whole thing. And it wasn't until I took that out, concentrated on creating a package that was solely focused on the want. Therefore, I had the result and I ensured what was in the package would open the door and enable them to get that result. And then I threw in an extra 1 or 2 things in that actually enhanced the experience. But it actually made sense. No helicopter or champagne dinners here. What actually happened then is I went from not selling it to selling that package out completely, but also I was selling that package for more than what that original one was for. I made no sales at that cheaper price. I sold out at the higher one. Why? Because I specifically focused on the result and the want that my ideal clients had. I made sure that the package only had what it was that they needed, and the things that I added in there to enhance the experience made sense. It didn't take my clients from I want this to the I'm not sure it sounds good, but I'm not sure about this. I'm not entirely sure whether I want it. keep the focus on what it is that they want and make sure the other things you're putting in there actually enhance the experience for them and doesn't just end up being a ton of noise. 3, actually asking for the sale. Now, this is a big one for service-based business owners and coaches. It always amazes me the amount of people that will come to me and say, hey, you know, I'm not making any sales. And when we actually look, one of the first things we look at when I'm working with someone, whether it's in my B10K Limitless package or anywhere else, is we look at, are they actually selling? And 99.9% of the time, the answer is no. This is the thing, right? People are only going to buy from you when they actually know that you have something to sell. Yes, there might be a tiny minority of people rather, that will get in touch with you and actually ask you, hey, you know, what do you have that I can buy? But they're pretty rare. If you want to be making sales, you need to make sure that the consumer knows exactly how they can take the next step. What happens for most people is that they give all this cool information and they're building this audience and they're putting all this stuff out there and they get lots of nice comments, but what they don't do is ask for the sale. And what they especially don't do is ask for the sale regularly. So if you ask for the sale today, but then don't ask for it again for another 4 weeks, the chances of the same person seeing that are pretty low. Also, statistically, when it comes to selling, someone needs to hear something more than once before they take action on it. So if they're only hearing this thing once every 8-10 weeks, they're unlikely to take action on it, or it will take them a lot longer to take action on it. And actually, what can also happen when you're not asking for the sale is they'll go elsewhere, which legit does happen. I've lost count of the amount of people that say, I've been building value for 10 months, and then when they've opened the doors to actually sell something, that person's already bought from someone else, even though they were in the audience, even though they were loving the content. Why? Because the other person was asking for the sale. Asking for the sale is highly important. You want to make sure that your audience knows that you have something for sale. You want them to know that they can actually come and work with you. You want them to know that is a next step for them to take. So if you're not making sales, go and ask for them. You might just be able to change your whole sales results just by doing that. But actually getting the sales is really simple. Getting the sales always comes down to those key 3 areas. 1, making sure that you are positioning the package towards the want. 2, making sure the package clearly demonstrates the value. And 3, actually asking for the sale. If you would like to get some help with your sales, then you can actually download my free training where I share how I went from 0 to 40K cash in under 30 days. And you can get access to that just by following the link that's below this video. I'll see you on the next one. Bye for now.